healthy snacks, what to eat on the road. You know, I love to picnic. When I travel, I don't like to stop at fast food places. I want to stop and have a picnic. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, with both families and couples, or even by yourself. Another group that I talk to, or when I get a chance, is truckers, you know, semi-truckers, you know, because they live on the road, and so how can they eat healthy? So tonight I have with me my awesome daughter, Courtney, who's going to come up, and I'm going to let her get started here.
I was finishing it, so. All right, well, hello. So she thought of me when she was talking about food to go because me and my husband, we have 3 kids. So snacking and quick food is the name of the game at our house. Even if it's 10 minutes before a meal, we just can't wait 10 minutes before the meal is started. Or if it's right after dinner, we're still hungry. So what can we have to maintain until that next meal or that next eating time? So I brought some food that we frequent our home. So I'm having a focus toward kids, but this is obviously toward anybody. So we do a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables in our home. So I'm having a focus on vegetables this evening because they're great and they're really colorful, and you can take them anywhere. So we love these little containers. We use these containers for almost anything: chips, Cheerios, veggies, anything that fits in here. That's how the kids get to go. But
And that would be great for adults too.
yes, so these are great. I have a little lid on them. You pop them in. You can pop them in your purse and have a veggie snack to go. These are balls containers. They're by a canning company, so they're really durable. We freeze them. The water, I've never had them leak before. They're great. So this is what our kids eat a lot. I also take these for work snacks a lot and just put them in a Ziploc bag. So we have sugar snap peas. They're delicious, really juicy. They also have ones in the store that are just your sweet pea that are thinner with a thinner seed, but these really have a nice crunch to them and they're super sweet. Cucumbers are wonderful. They're water-based, so you're still getting some water intake. Just slice them, cut them up in your strips, and you've got a great snack. Sweet peppers. So all you need to do is rinse this, and this is good to go, and eat down to the stem. My kids love these. They can eat like a half of a bag. They probably eat almost all those. Pre-washed, just open your bag and put them in. Olives we love, and they also have a good fat that will help hold you over to that next meal. And we love them because they're colorful. We love our colors. So if you're having this in between meals, that's great. If we have an early dinner and we need something before bedtime just to hold us over, we'll frequently pull out and do a veggie tray and have that, and maybe like a bag of popcorn on the side for a little bit of variety. We also, depending upon the day or the mood, like hummus in our home. So for kids, you know, one day they'll like something, the next day they don't like it, same thing. So hummus we like, that's a great thing to dip your veggies in. So hummus is usually made out of chickpeas, but this one I just realized is based out of white beans. And you can make this super simple. I think it's usually about 5 ingredients or so. My mom would make it, I'll buy it. Same thing.
And there's another one over there.
Yep, this one is a pine nut roasted kind, but they also have like sweet red peppers. They have a lentil base. They have spinach. They have all different flavors. Veggies are really good dipped in these. It's a great alternative to ranch as your dip. But you can also use hummus and use it on bread and in replacement as mayonnaise, or use it with crackers or chips. So we love that on the go, and these are 4 packs, so they're really convenient. Pretzels are also really good. They're super easy. Pop in the bag and you're good to go, and they do fill you up. I've had veggies and pretzels at work before for my lunch when I didn't have anything to make and I was walking out the door. So they will hold you over until that next meal, and they're a good snack. Applesauce packets, as silly as that sounds, adults can have them. I'll have them frequent with my kids when we're on the go. They're wonderful. You can put them in your purse, put them in the glove box of your car, and you've got a snack ready to go. Almost anybody can have these. My littlest one's 11 months old, so now she can have these with her big brothers and sisters, and so she's fitting in. They have all the different flavors. They have like banana flavored, strawberry, and one more, cinnamon. So they have different flavors as well as just the general one that you can have and take them anywhere.
And where do you get those?
These we got at Costco. They'll come in a big pack. But you can get them at Walmart. Any of your health food stores will have them. The snap peas we also got at Costco because you can get a big bag for about $7, and we'll eat them all week. They're also like great if you chop them up and put them on salads. They have a nice little crunch to them. or red peppers you can get at Costco as well, but also like Aldi's will have them, and of course all your grocery stores. So those are my suggestions for some fresh produce on the go. And another idea would be, and say if you don't have sweet peppers, just have a regular bell pepper. Bell peppers, if you get the bell peppers that have 4 bumps on the end, next time you go to the produce, pay attention, look at the bottom of it, and if it has 4 bumps, that means it's a female pepper. And female peppers taste better, they're sweeter for eating. And if the bumps, the ones that have 3 bumps on the bottom, those are male peppers, and those are better for cooking. My kids, we'll eat them the same, but it just says a little.
Where did you learn that from?
I saw this somewhere and asked the produce guy, and he was like, seemed impressed I knew that, because later I was like, she's like, I've never heard that before.
I haven't either.
So my daughter will ask me, is that a male or a female? So now I start paying attention that we're picking out our peppers at the store. But these are just like some ideas that work for our home that we eat a lot.
And peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah, of course, peanut butter and jelly.
The beans, the
Yes.
hummus to go in the little packets, I've never seen that before. Is that
Yes,
pretty
these are
common
great.
in the stores
Yep.
as well?
So I got this in the deli section,
Okay.
already ready to go. When we traveled, we took these with us. And maybe when we're traveling, there's no other options for snacks, so my kids loved it when we're traveling. So maybe that was a good idea to do, but we have hummus a lot.
What are those price points on those little ones like that?
This one, I want to say was about $5, I want to say. But I mean, you could buy this for $5 as well, so you are paying for some convenience.
Yeah.
And making it's even cheaper because it's basically a can of chickpeas and a couple ingredients you probably already have in your home. So it's really easy to make, but it's hard to get away from an individual pack ready to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've never had the white bean. I think they taste all pretty similar, but just another way to get another legume. Well, that's all I have. I'm gonna continue.
Okay. Thank you so much. You did a great job. Awesome. And you know what? The sooner you start your kids on these kinds of foods, the better. And again, for us. One thing that's missing on here is celery sticks. Guess how many calories are in one celery stick? Do you want to guess?
None.
Actually, it's 1 calorie per stick. So,
Oh, I can eat with that.
and
Me
yeah, celery is a great food to be eating. And dipping with the hummus. Hummus is kind of caloric, but we need the fat. We need those kinds of calories and fat. So anyway. Okay, the next thing I want to make that's really quick and easy is tuna sandwiches. And I know Marilyn said, it's real tuna? And I said, of course not in this house. So if you would pass one of those around, there's a big can of them. So
I
we're
like
going
the
to do
instructions. One sentence instruction.
Right.
That's why you get to watch and do this. I'm doubling this just because I want some for tomorrow. The other night we didn't have any supper ready, and so I just did this in about 5 minutes, literally. And I left the olives out then too. Okay, so mayo, because I do the vegetarian, I always do Vegenaise. There's different brands, but that's the one that I usually use. So you can do a couple tablespoons of that in there. And then some onion powder. This is garlic powder. How much, do you ask? Is that what you're going to ask? Because it didn't say.
And you measured that, right?
I
Eyeball.
just, and then it said a little onion powder. And kelp. You know what? I like to do kelp because it gives it kind of a fishy flavor, but you don't even have to do that. I'm going to take this back. Another good thing to have is a good little, I have used my little sunbeam for years. For all kinds of things. So we're going to just throw a few olives in here.
processor like that. Twisting the lid. It looks like.
Used and use this. And we mix it together. And that is it. That is probably one of the quickest dips. I have taken this on picnics a lot. So you'll get to try that. And you can serve it with, again, if you've had pepper slices, you can dip that in there. I've done that. Or I have either blue corn chips or the other corn chips. Okay, that's that.
Well, could you use that in a lettuce wrap?
Oh,
rabbit in.
Marilyn, that's an excellent idea. Of
I watched
course.
this too.
You watched my first show. That's right, that's right. So there we go. We've got that one.
What's the refrigeration need on that? Cause if we're traveling with it, do we need to have it?
I always have a bag with ice in my, you know, I always have the, would you go downstairs on the top of the refrigerator? There's a bag, and I'll just show you what I bring a lot when I go.
Is it one that your meats go in to travel back and forth to the grocery store? The padded, like insulated bag?
Yeah. And then something else that's really fast and easy is not Rice Krispie bars. They are quick breakfast bars. So you can have one of those and pass it around. And how many ingredients are in there? What's it say? 2, 3, 4. I think there's 3. Oh, well, the last one is optional.
Whoops, wait a minute.
So,
Yeah, the last one is it a
Optional.
Chocolate flavor?
these are the, I have a couple of these bags, you know, just the insulate bags that you put the ice, you know, the big ice block on the bottom. These come with me whenever I picnic or go somewhere. Even if I'm on the road all day with appointments, I will have an ice bag with me, with my veggies to munch on. So, anyway, these work awesome.
And no leakage then, the water, when it melts, it doesn't leak the water out.
I have the ice packs, like you refreeze them all the time, that go in the bottom of these. So I have several of those that I bring. And then the last thing I want to show you are these quick breakfast bars. And it calls for 3 cups of oatmeal, 1 cup of peanut butter. So Courtney, how do your kids like these bars?
I'll take credit, I did teach you this recipe.
Yeah.
My kids love these, my husband loves these. These are a treat in our home.
In fact, I made a pan last night, and it is half gone. And there's just a few people in this house.
Carter, don't
Now,
tell
what
my
kind of peanut
boss.
butter are you using?
I always use natural peanut butter. And I did get the kind where it's mixed in, just for this program, but usually I get the kind that has the oil separated. So,
Why? Why do you get the separated kind usually?
I don't know, just because I think it's
So
more
most-
natural.
Because it's got nothing in it but peanuts and salt
Yeah.
usually, or
Yeah.
not even salt sometimes.
Yeah. Okay, so, and I have learned, anytime you're working with honey, to have it oil, like spray it with olive oil or whatever, but this has the oil from the nut, so this is not gonna stick very much. And how much honey did it call for?
Half a cup.
Half a cup, okay? And I always use raw honey, not processed. Raw honey supposedly has some antibiotic properties. Diabetics probably still need to be a little bit careful because sugar is sugar. But when you do the honey in the store that is processed, it's a pure sugar, whereas this is a natural sugar. And Rick could tell you where we get your honey here, because he always picks it up for us. of times, the ones that you're gonna get, I'll put cacao chips, and we talked about that, I think, before. Cacao is a healthier form of cocoa. Like, instead of chocolate chips, cacao chips. Cacao is in its raw form. So, the raw form of the cocoa bean. So a lot of them are cacao mixed with some cocoa. Okay, any questions on this? I'm telling you, these are good.
Could be any easier.
And they're, I mean, you could take these for your a lunch. Now, I usually like to put it in the fridge and set it up a little bit firmer, but you could eat this right now too. So,
Do you store them in the fridge?
I didn't with yesterday's until about 2 hours before you guys came, just to make it a little firmer. Okay, and there you go.
Could you put nuts in there?
Oh, absolutely. Recipes are suggestions, you can just do whatever you want with it. But these are so quick and easy and good, and you'll get to taste them here now. Our next class that we're gonna do, I'm gonna do it at a friend's house. His name is Matt and Heather Crouch in Shawnee. I hope you'll come. They just built a new house and I'm anxious to see it. And he said, come do your class in my house.
They built a new house?
Yeah. So, he's gonna do crock pot cooking.
Oh,
And putting things in the crock pot and having it ready the next day. He does a lot of crock pot cooking. So that's what we're gonna do next month. So stay tuned, and I really appreciate you guys coming. Are you ready to eat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And Fred, any?
What's the green stuff on the?
Oh, okay, yes. I know you and Deborah got here a little later. These are kale chips. And I just wanted them here for you to sample. But there's a recipe here. These are with tahini. And so the tahini is a sesame butter. And it just has the tahini, water. I put a little olive oil in it. And then one batch I used lemon juice, and one I didn't. I just used lemon, what's that? Sprinkle lemon?
Lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. I used lemon pepper. Dill, and then I used Italian seasoning, some garlic powder, and put that all together. Lather the chips with it, and then I use the dehydrator. Renelle uses in the oven, which works too. And so I just wanted you to try those. So, any other questions before we sign off? Okay, thank you so much for your patience, and we'll see you next month. And let's eat.